Coming to the stage now, skating into our lives, is Ms. Naasira Muhammad. And she loves to skate, y'all.
Skating has always been my life, it's been my journey. I grew up in the Great Murphy Homes Projects, 851 George Street, a large high-rise building which housed 14 stories. That's it. I lived in 12K. My family and I, it was Christmas Eve, I'll never forget it. My siblings and I were in the house. My mother said, go outside now. She wanted to make sure our gifts were perfect for the next day, as it was Christmas. We went out in the hall, y'all. We played jacks, hopscotch, dodgeball, double dutch, catch one, catch all. We had our fun in the hallway. It was our domain. We took it outside, came back up. My mother said, y'all need to go to sleep now because it's Christmas Eve. You want to have your gifts ready in the morning. When we woke up, my mother said, each of y'all have your own gifts from your wish list. Me and my brother Malik, we ran over to this square box. We knew what it was. I said, oh my goodness. I opened mine first. I looked at Malik. I said, you ready? He said, I'm ready. We opened it together. It was a pair of ball bearing number 5s with the metal skate kit. Y'all remember that, y'all baby boomers? Y'all know what I'm talking about. We rushed out that door onto the skate, out there in the hallway to skate. Then we went down. My brother was so tall. He stood 6'8" before he passed in 2021. Rest your soul, Malik. But at 12, he was 5'7". We hung on to him like a train going around the project, just doing everything. Everybody was happy to skate behind my brother. We might have had 20, 30 people on Malik. After that, we came upstairs. My mother said, I have a better surprise for y'all. We said, what is it, Mother? We called her Mother. She said, we're moving down in the low-rise. They the houses with the grass. And you have more bedroom space. I said, good to get out of this apartment. We were so happy. We began to skate down there on the concrete. Next thing I know, I said, you know what? I was watching the roller derbies. I said, they got on different skates to me. I want these real skates. I called my father. I said, Daddy, my birthday coming up. Can you please get me a pair of them roller skates that the roller derby girls be skating on? And can I skate indoors somewhere? I'm tired of this concrete. He said, sure, when you want to go. He picked me up the next day. We went to Charlie Rudo's Sports of Mondawmin. Yeah, Charlie Rudo's. When we went up Charlie Rudo's, I didn't see the pom-poms, but I got the skates. And they were white, because girls skating white, but professionals skating black. I just want to say, I had so much fun with my dad that day, and I'm grateful that he took the time to bless me with my own skates. I said, can we now go to a skating rink? He said, yeah, where you want to go? I said, I don't care. We went to this place in Bel Air, Maryland called The Barn. Any of y'all remember that? It was an old-time skating place. We got in there. It was a Caucasian man sitting at the little organ. We didn't know what to expect. We went in. He saw all these mixed children. He was just so happy because we were black. We had the rhythm coming. He played dun, 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 dun. We looking at him like, we can't get in the groove to this. 1976, I was 16 years old, went to Southern High School. I met my gym teacher and coach, basketball coach. His name was Mr. Melvin Washington, born on July 26th, my birthday. Yes, I was happy. He said, I want to tell y'all that I have a new skating rink. He was the proud black owner of a skating rink. It was called Disco Skating on Liberty Heights. We caught the bus up there. We got my mother to take us up there. They got my homie right there. That's my best friend, y'all. She skated with me wherever I went at, 50-something years. So we love to skate. After we left Disco Skate, he opened up Rhythm Skate in 1982. You remember that? 1982. He opened rhythm skate. All of a sudden, 1982 at the end, Glenn Downey opened up. Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake Family Fun Center opened up. I went there for years. When I turned 1983 came around, and I became a Muslim. I wanted to skate too. I put my khimar on. I was ready to go. I went there on a Wednesday night because it was Wednesday and Sunday. Yes. I went there on a Wednesday night. I was hearing the music. I was like,
You
yes.
can have
Hey.
Watergate, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have Watergate, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You can have Watergate, but give me some bucks and
So I went in there. Thank you, DJ. I went inside. And I was skating my tail off. I left out on a Wednesday night, came back Sunday. I was greeted at the door. How you doing, Miss Joan? I'm fine, Michelle. How are you? Oh, my name has changed. I'm a Muslim now. My name is Naasira Muhammad. Naasira means helper and supporter. Muhammad is one who is praiseworthy to God. And I embraced that name. She said, oh, that's beautiful. I'm so sorry to tell you this, Naasira. You can't skate in here. I said, why not? She said, I'm going to say it just like my manager said. She can't skate in here with that thing on her head. I said, why? I said, we all worship in the Creator. What's the problem? I'm so sorry. I have to give your money back. Next thing I know, after I got my thoughts together and held my head up high, like my mother taught me to always have grace, my heart hit the floor through the concrete, came back up to my heart. Skating is my therapy. Skating is my life. I just love to skate. What am I going to do now? Some time went past, and I became the proud mother of 5 beautiful children. One is in the audience. I don't know where you at, Akila, but I know you're there. They developed the art of skating as well as I did, and we just really loved it. So throughout the years, I had to go outside to go to another rink, which was Orchard Skate Rink, which was way in town. Oh, I got some skaters in here. Woo! Shout out to the skaters. So I had to go all the way to Orchard, which was a Caucasian rink. They didn't care. We were just all mixing up together. We got along very well. So my niece called me up, and she said, oh, Naasira, she was about 6. Can we do my birthday party at Putty Hill? I said, well, where's Putty Hill? She said, it's way out Bel Air Road. I said, okay, we'll go there. We stepped in there. I got my skates on. We was dancing. About 5 minutes in, this little kid come over and says, excuse me, ma'am. My supervisor said, you can't be in here. I said, what? Take me to him. Excuse me, sir, is there a problem? Yeah, ma'am, you can't skate with that thing on your head. I said, why not? This is my religious headdress. This is how I wear my scarf. I mean, now, if you were Jewish, you could wear a wig. I said, what kind of backward stuff is that? I wear khimar. They wear wigs for their protection, for their covering. He said, I'm sorry, here's your money. Second time. I'm so upset. Whew. More time went past. Oh my God. I had so many obstacles. I'm so sorry, y'all. Just getting myself together. I got a phone call. A girlfriend of mine, she said, do you want to go roller skating? I said, where at? She said, Clinton. I said, are they going to let me in? She said, I'm sure they will. I said, well, how long will it take you to get here early? And she said, well, I'm actually on my way now, Naasira. I said, fine. If you can come now, I'm going to walk right out that door and be ready. I'll be right out. It was an hour away, y'all. We went all the way to Clinton, Maryland. I got in there. My favorite song, Watergate. I heard it outside, the one I just danced to. I said, I'm going to get in there and get my step on. When I heard that, I was just stepping away. Me and Earlene, we was right beside each other. I'd be like, double tap. double tap. I was showing her the ropes. We were so happy. All of a sudden, I heard a man say, "Well, the lady in a beige head wrap, please get off the floor now." He couldn't possibly be talking to me. I looked, all eyes were on me. Again. I heard my mother as an ancestor now, but back then when she was alive, she said, "Stand up for whatever it is you believe in." My father said, "Always fight, fight for justice." And I remembered that. Sometimes you had to fight mentally, though, when you're not in your hood, if you know what I mean. I'm out Clinton, Maryland. I told the man, I was like, "Excuse me, sir, is there a problem with my dress?" "You can't wear that hat in here, ma'am." This is not a hat. It's an African gele that Muslim women wear when they're Afrocentric. And this is my choice right here today. "Well, I'm sorry, here's your money, get on out." Needless to say, that was the longest, saddest ride I had home. A few weeks went past. My oldest daughter at the time now, she was 8. She said, "Mommy, can we go to Shake and Bake?" I said, "Remember, they put me out of Shake and Bake, Akela. Tahira." She said, "Well, it's right around the corner," which I was 2 blocks away. I said, "Okay, I'll tell you what. Y'all can skate. I'm going to watch behind this wall." So I walks in the skating ring, no problem. Nobody stopped me or anything. I get to the wall, and this woman come over, the same old buzzing. "Didn't I tell you you can't be in here?" "Really, Miss Milch? It's been 9 whole years. What's the problem?" "You just can't be in here." I said, "I'm not skating. You can't be in here, period. My head wrap is not going to jump off onto the floor and trip anybody." My children were so upset. They heard it. I said, I couldn't fight that fight, not with her. I had to do it on pen. Got my children together. I said, "Come on, we are going. We are leaving here," right? Got them together. Went down to Labor Relations on Franklin Street, 2 blocks down this street. I had spoken with a young lady. Her name was Miss Brown. She said, "What brings you in here?" I said, "What brings me in here is that I'm tired of being put out on religious discrimination out of these rinks. And I've been a skater since I was 10 years old. My ball bearing number 5. So she said, I get it. She said, "I'll tell you what, Miss Naasira, what we're going to do is do a clear investigation, and we're going to get to this." I said, "Thank you." I said, "Let me leave you with one last point." She said, "What's that?" I said, "A lot of people don't think that Muslims believe in Jesus Christ, but we do. We just worship who you would call the Father. We just never stopped. So we worship the Almighty, but it's no disrespect. We all got to get there some kind of a way. As long as we persevere and do what we have to do, it's only one God. You call him the Father, I called him Allah." So basically, she said, "I get it." I said, "I cannot go in there on gospel night." Guess why? She said, "Why?" I said, "Because I got my garb on." She said, "I'm definitely going to look into this." 2 years later. "How you doing, Miss Brown?" "I'm doing fine. This is Miss Brown, Miss Muhammad. I have found some findings in your case. We have did a thorough investigation on the Baltimore Shake and Bake Neighborhood Recreation Center, and we found a lot of things." She said, "Miss Muhammad, I just want to let you know, from this day forward, Article 49B says that all Muslim women can now skate at Shake and Bake Family Fun Center." I made a difference, y'all. When I tell you, I did it. I feel so proud of me. And if you ever fear any type of adversities, anything at work, workplace harassment, my mother told y'all. I told y'all what my mother told me. Deal with it. My father said the same thing. She said do it respectfully, and he said stand up and fight. And I fought, y'all, and I won. Thank you.